Hey guys, and welcome back to Castle Crush, and today we are here in Storm mode, creating some giant cards and battling with some giant cards. And of course, I decided to run metamorph in this deck because metamorph is really fun in Storm mode, and especially kind of mixes things up from match to match, because that way I can kind of work off whatever cards my opponent has, and even if I get behind in the match, I can still kind of come back a little bit. The trickiest thing about Storm mode is that a lot of people use low mana cards and get them out pretty early, and the thing is they can become really strong if you leave them out there for too long. So I do feel like Storm mode is very sort of often very lower mana focused, just because by the time you get to the higher mana cards, oftentimes, you know, as you can see, this 8 pirate here is already probably strong enough to take on a dragon or something. So, you know, waiting for a dragon to put out there is just not really the most efficient strategy in this game mode usually. And that does kind of reduce the potential for super crazy matches a little bit, but I still got some really interesting ones here, like this one here with the 8 pirates. Gotta love the 8 pirate battles. Oh, I mean, I was like half playing these to win, half playing them to just trying to lay my opponent so I could make the cards larger. So kind of slightly mixed priorities. And they had metamorph too in this match. This one was fun just because my opponent was also kind of messing around a little bit. And you can see really going in on that 8 pirate. But unfortunately, I just couldn't quite get it close enough. I probably could have won if I'd played it a little bit differently, but I did make a massive 8 pirate there, and I thought that was super epic. So I did try Black Knight, and it's a perfect example of why I had to stop with the Black Knight. And I was like, all right, I want to do a Black Knight deck, but we're going to have to do it in a different game mode because you just don't really get to the Black Knight in this one, and by the time you do, they already have a bunch of stronger cards that are lower mana out there, and the Black Knight is much less useful because of how long it takes to get out. So this match got really interesting too, just because this was the giant archer match, and I don't know why we played it this way, but it was pretty funny. So I'm just completely going in on this archer, and I should probably metamorph here, and I was hoping I'd get like a gust of wind, and there's a gust of wind. And then I was like, all right, let's get the dragon out to get those dudes off of my castle. And I've got another gust of wind, which is really good. So we're going to get these archers as large as possible. I feel like they start covering more area, though, as they get larger. I'm not sure if that's really true or not, but these archers are they're bigger than the dragon. These are giant archers. I just thought that was pretty epic. It's too bad I didn't get the final giant growth on one of them, but that was still a pretty epic idea. I might try that in like a friendly match, just doing some giant archers, because I think it would probably be a lot of fun. And I do want to do more giant card videos. I thought I would do them in Storm mode, but as you can see with the Black Knight, it's hard to get out certain cards in Storm mode. And Storm mode really caters to certain sorts of cards. So, in particular, when I'm getting rushed by opponents, I can't really so easily run like a dragon deck unless I'm willing to just, I don't know, because it's difficult. So, some game modes right now, I mean, some cards, I feel like it would be better to do giant card challenges in friendly matches, and that's where I honestly have the most success doing them. So that's probably where I am going to try and do those types of challenges for the time being. I know some people didn't really like seeing friendly matches, but I guess I'm going to just try and mix them in with other types of videos so they don't get like too stale. This one here, I was trying to go for Giant Reaper, but it just doesn't really... It was a cool idea, but it's hard to actually execute in this game mode, so I just went for Giant Ice Elemental instead. One thing this game mode is really good for as well is like giant statues, like Spike Statue or Stone Statue I found are really good in this game mode. I mean, like, you can make some really big ones, and it's partly because they get ignored often depending where you place them, so that gives them a lot of time to grow larger and really absorb the over time sort of bonus. This was the Giant Shaman match, and went in for the metamorph there. Just focused on keeping my opponent delayed while my cards get larger. And they Black Witch nothing. And getting the Shaman frozen at close range. What a great move there. So now I'm going to probably use Giant Growth on... Well, no, I didn't get to use it on the Shaman. That was unfortunate, but I had that match pretty much wrapped up. But still, pretty decent-sized Shaman. How do we play this one? Let's go for the metamorph. Now I have to protect that Storm Elemental. Aha. So, looks like they have a pretty interesting set of cards. Kind of a rushing style strategy, but got rid of the Reaper. And we are making a real go of this. I would like to get the Storm Elemental a bit larger, but... No! Why does it always get ruined with the Black Witch? That's another thing about this game mode compared to like friendly matches, is that you waste so much time with people who have Black Witch, and I could run counters to it, but in Storm mode, it's not really worth running Inferno because it isn't that useful. And then from this point, I was kind of just trying to see what I could mess around with. Hoping for another metamorph. But instead, I'm making a giant golem, which is like interesting. Look at that Reaper. I was trying to get through it. Couldn't quite seem to do it. And golems do the work. Ooh, Dark Angel metamorph. This one should be pretty interesting. I do have protection and just to give myself a slight little advantage in head-to-head situations, but they go with the rush, and this is going to get real interesting. I'm just going to go right in there with the Dark Angel and see what we can come up with. Could probably use the Gust of Wind on the Dark Angel. I probably should do it. Do it? Yes. And we can continue to make it even larger, hopefully, because I have their dudes frozen. They could swap lanes, though, which I am a little concerned about. Probably should have held on to that Golem because there wasn't really any reason. Why did I throw out this card? Oh, I threw him out because I was trying to get more cards. That was what happened. And can I get to their castle in time? Now I think I probably can. Yeah. Got the job done there. Still fun with the Dark Angel. I feel like the cards, I can't make them quite as large as I'd like to because most people are, you know, trying to win these matches, and it makes it definitely harder to do like the giant card challenges. So those are much easier in friendly matches, so I will probably do some of those more frequently in friendly matches again. And here they've got a Fan Dancer. Fan Dancers are such annoying cards because seriously, they're sort of like piercing. That's what I call it, kind of like a piercing ability with their fans. They're really annoying. I'm not going to be able to get rid of that lane. All I can do is delay it. And that Fan Dancer, if it gets too close, will be doing a lot of damage. But I'm going at their castle with a giant golem? Is this for real, though? Probably should use Gust of Wind and then done metamorph. But I don't think it would have mattered. My golem is just, like... Did they not anticipate the golem was going to do that much damage? I think they did not. And one more freeze, and that is going to do it. And we picked up that win with just a golem. So, they had so many troops out there, and I won with like just a golem and maybe a dwarf or something. That was wild. So, that is going to basically wrap up this video here. One more match that I had here that worked out pretty solidly. But do, in fact, leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments, and what other types of videos I should create, if I should make more giant card videos or more strategy videos or whatever you think I should make, because I do often take suggestions from players into account, and I will definitely try to do that. Here, as you can see, I was again putting together a giant golem. There's so much fun in this game mode because they're just so tanky, and probably one of the most fun things to do in this game mode for sure is giant golem. I'm just gonna see if we can hold off this whole stack by itself. If I had nature heal, probably could, or an angel, but by itself it's probably gonna get smacked, but that's okay because that is going to be what it's going to be. So finally, giant golem goes down. So maybe subscribe if you're new to my channel, and thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos.